All right, WAL Nation. Today we get to treat you guys to a recap of my good buddy Matt Wild Horse versus myself in LA. This was one of my favorite matches. How's it going, Matt?
Good. You, Devon?
I'm just trying to get by, buddy. Hey, you remember
Yeah,
this?
I remember this. Yeah, I knew exactly what you had planned on trying to do. Just you're going to be playing your games the first match. I wasn't even going to bother trying. Like, what's the point?
You were so mad at me leading up to this. Do you remember?
I wasn't even mad. I just wasn't paying attention to anything you were doing. I wanted to avoid you by any means necessary. So
Didn't you and JP
once I
like
was up at
run
the
away
cabin,
to
I
your
isolated
cottage?
myself.
You and JP like ran away to your cottage for like a month before this, so we couldn't even talk to you.
No, I wasn't even on social media or nothing, man. I had everything off because I knew a month and a half leading up to it when I seen your first post. I knew it was gonna happen. So
When you see Bart is always such a dick to me. Like,
well, it wasn't even like
you
weren't even in my head at this time. You were getting in Bart's head at that time. So.
Man, you went before they even said ready, and I was like, I don't care, but like, Bart would have fouled me for sure. He would have.
Well, he didn't on this next one. You'll see.
Oh, that's true. Actually, that is true. I almost forgot about that.
Oh my God! Yeah, I wasn't even expecting to go because I didn't think they were gonna let it. So I really didn't.
No, I like that. Wild Wild West, man. Wild West.
Like I was anticipating why even waste any energy because all he's gonna do is just foul himself out the first round.
You see those three bubbles? Those three white bubbles there at the bottom left of the screen?
Yeah, I see those.
Yeah. Not a red bubble to be found in this round.
Not yet, no. I'm sure I can count a few, but
man, what a night that was. Oh my God. Man, I was in a special place for this match. Oh yeah.
Like that, you went on close your hands.
I feel like I was just so strong that day. I was like,
wow. Like I wasn't even gonna bother putting up a fight because it wasn't even time to start. So
this is my favorite part of the whole match. Oh man, I feel bad for you, buddy. I love you, but
well, I knew my endurance wasn't gonna match her. So why continue pulling from a position where I wasn't gonna stand a chance anyways?
No, that is smart. That is smart.
Like, and you wouldn't let me pin myself.
No, no, it was. I wanted that thing to last forever.
Wow. So it was. I didn't really have much of a choice there, but to throw my elbow up. So, and I figured I'd count it for him. So.
Bart's like, yeah, whatever. Fucking Justin giving you all sorts of bad advice.
Well, he was just telling me to get my hand again. I told him, I says, I'm not gonna play his game right now. So, like, I know exactly what he's doing. So,
what was I doing, man? I was just kings moving you.
Well, you weren't trying to go in. So.
No.
Like,
definitely not. But yeah. I might be able to go in now. Like, I think if we pulled today, I think I'd just throw you in a hook.
Yeah, I'd love that. I'd love for you to try. Yeah, I think you tried once, and that was in 2014 or 2015.
It was 15.
Yeah, 15. Was it 15?
Yeah, it was 15. Yeah, that was the year that John won.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
And look at that. I got that number 1 next to my name now. It's exciting times for me.
Yeah. This is where things get a little interesting, though.
Yeah. I remember I was just feeling so confident. I was like, you got nothing now. I was trying to pose with you. It was a bit too early.
Well, I was just waiting. I knew I had hand position right from the beginning, but I wasn't going to jump for it. But
you were so fired up that day.
At that time, I was pretty fired up.
Oh, my God. That was great. I loved it. I loved it.
And I was good, too, because I wasn't pumped at this time either. I still felt fresh. Like I still felt I had at least another round or two in me, right?
Yeah, no, I remember thinking the same thing. It was there was not, even though like I definitely had my hand ripped open that time, I didn't feel like I was gassed or anything either. So yeah, I think the next round was kind of this next one. I think that's where we kind of got really messy.
Wow. I didn't get messy. You got messy.
Look at that table IQ. Look at that.
Yeah. That's only because of the age. Hey.
Yeah. How old are you now?
I'm 38.
30. Okay, so I got 6 years on you. So you were 18 in that video I just posted.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, that was actually my first real tournament, right?
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Second real tournament, because a month prior to that, we had met in Kelowna Beach or whatever it was, or Wasaga Beach.
Oh, did we? No.
That was the first tournament where you beat Mike Gould.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I ended up losing to Mike Gould twice in that tournament. That was my first tournament ever, like real tournament.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, my brain does not remember that. I barely remember this event. I'm glad we got video replay.
Yeah. I don't even know why we even bothered trying to set up. Like you're just trying.
Oh, give me a break, dude. Your fingers were so. But actually, you got a fairly good hit on me there. But your fingers were so dummied up. I kind of didn't think you were going to hold on to me either.
No, I was trying to. But
this was the craziest season for you, I remember, because you were 4 for 4 this season, weren't you? You were like, you blew your finger,
I blew my pec. It was my pec first against Marcio, and then I blew my finger against Nick, and then blew my quad against you.
Yeah.
And then I dislocated my elbow and blew something on my inner elbow against Jerry.
Yeah, you were killing it, man.
Oh, no, I felt so good too. Like if I would have came in feeling as good as I did when I went into the Marcio match, all the matches would have looked like round number 2 on this one. So everyone, I felt so. I was just trying to recover. Like I couldn't even progress throughout the season. It was just trying to recover from what I ended up hurting the time before. So
this is a good match though here.
Yeah, this was a good one.
Yeah.
So you're already with
you were so close. And there I just did that extra turn.
That was it. Your elbow was off the back on that one too. So like they missed the elbow off the back there. Yeah. This is where I started to feel the burn.
Are we locked up?
Yeah, and then your elbow was off to the end. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I didn't really have a choice there. You were gonna get me.
No.
That's a good way to get a restart, though.
Wow.
Hey, man. Hey.
Well, you got to exploit it when you can, right?
You definitely would have pinned me there if I.
It should have been a win. Like if you're intentionally, like if your elbow's off for more than a second, that should be a second foul. 3 seconds, there's a third foul, right?
These rules are so confusing to me. I don't know. I feel
like when your elbow went off the pad, you didn't pin me until your elbow didn't go back on the pad until my
okay. Let's just say you won that round. Okay, so right now it's 2-1.
By this time, I was so fucking gassed up, man. So,
yeah. So now it's 2-1.
It would have been if I would have won that round, I would have had myself a minute and a half rest. I would have made it lasted at least 2 minutes.
That's interesting.
I would have milked that hard. Like
either way,
you would have slipped. Pretend to go in the strap again. I would have took another 40 seconds to get to the table. So this is where it was a TSN turning point right here. So
yeah, this is where I start to if he dies, he dies. Kind of I fuck with you a bit here, I think.
Yeah, I had your hand.
Oh, you did. Yeah, but you're not bringing that shoulder forward though.
Oh, I was so gassed by this point. If I would have brought my shoulder forward more, it would have been. It just gave you so much of everything I took off the beginning, right?
Yeah, that's too late though. It's too
This
late.
was desperation.
Yeah,
Desperation at that point.
that made me feel good. I remember how good I felt right there, Matt. It's a feeling that you might never know. You might never know it.
Well, we'll see if they ever put us against each other again.
Oh god, yeah, well, we definitely got to again. I tell you, if WAL, I was thinking WAL should do an event in Wainwright. There's like an army base there, and there's all sorts of oil riggers.
Oh yeah.
So we could have like the most rowdy crowd. I could go out, get all the army base guys there, and you could have all the riggers. Oh man,
Oh, that would be loser pissed.
That would be great.
Oh.
That'd be great.
$2 highballs, hey?
Yeah. Yeah. So okay, so we'll say it's 2-2 now.
We'll say it's 2-2 now. Yeah.
We'll say it's 2-2. I'll give you that one. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
I remember feeling pretty good. Like, your hand normally does bend my wrist back. It normally does, but somehow in this last 5-year period, I feel like somewhere in the strap of being able to stick, with you. And it's in that more open position.
Well, I'm getting your hand and your wrist a bit, but it's when I'm getting closer to the pin line is where just the angle that you're going, it's attacking a whole lot against my pronation, right? Just the way you're pronating out. So it's really hard. I need to develop a better press is what I need. Like, yeah. I get you over, compromise for that position, then I can just jump on my arm.
Or just make your hand even better than it already is, so that.
Well, I'm still working the heck out of that. I'm trying to incorporate the press, right? But it takes time. So.
Yeah.
you weren't even trying to hang on.
That was you. That was totally you. Oh man, this was a lot of fun. This was a really fun night. I found. I mean, look at your veins, dude. You're like.
Oh, I was so blown up by this point, man. Like.
Yeah. Final round. Big money night. I'm looking at you.
Well, I remember thinking, just give me some more time before he tells me to close my hand, because I remember so much blood bleeding in my hand at that point that.
So who are you pulling? I've heard your name being thrown around with a million different dudes.
Yeah, I've heard a bunch of different dudes too. So we'll see whenever all this stuff gets sorted out that they got going on right now, right? Yeah. See, like, you had me at this point. You already knew you had me, and you're still playing games.
You gotta do it.
You knew I was blowing up. I'm maybe at 30-40% by this point. Like, so, yeah. And you're still going for the advantage.
Well, what do you think? You think I'm just gonna lay down? I'm like, come on, man. But it was still tight though. It was still tight.
Every time you pump like that, I can feel my arms getting bigger and bigger. And bigger. Like, it felt comfortable. I was like, I can do this for a while, and then it was like, oh shit! About that fifth pump, there was nothing left. Like, I went to hit, I couldn't even keep my arm with myself.
That was my favorite part, actually, when you hit and I hit with you.
Right here is where I blew my quad. Yeah. Right there, I drove up, I stuck my leg up, and I never stick my leg up on the post. Right there is where it was when I.
This part here keeps my seat warm down in hell. Yeah, this is the part that keeps it warm for me.
Well, and then you tried to be all friendly with me. At that point, I had felt like I'd gotten screwed at that point. Don't even touch me right now. Well, I remember about 3 weeks later, I was on my way back from the cottage, and I got a phone call, and it was from you. I never answered the phone. Like, I'm gonna let him sit for a bit, and it was a message. Are you still mad at me, man? let bygones be bygones, and
Dude, it was
call you
almost a
back right
month.
away. I was going to call you back right away. And I'm like, I
answered the
think I'm going to
phone.
let him sit for another 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, it was about a month, I think, before you answered the phone.
Yeah.
That's good times. Hey, it's always close.
Yeah.
Those 6 years make a big difference in this sport.
Yeah. So, oh well, I think you've hit your peak now, though, right? So.
I don't know, man. It's hard to say in this game. I tell you, I feel strong right now. I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
I think the level just continues to
I would
rise.
imagine, especially right now, everybody in isolation, all we have to do is to train.
Yeah.
Well, that's all anybody's doing right now.
I know.
Training.
I know. The strength is going to be high. The health is going to be high. That first 601, whenever that is, man, there's going to be some fresh cars in that Smash Up Derby.
Well, and it'll be one of the first big tournaments going on too, right? So one of the first things to see, everybody's going to be tuning in, I think.